When it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the second movie, Secret of the Ooze, is one of my favorites, and specifically for these two guys right here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Dean's Collection. I am, of course, Dean, and I am here to review some banger figures. We're taking a look at the Neca, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Tokka, and Razhar figures. These two I have been wanting for so long, and ever since I have been doing these most wanted for the year it's to come, these guys have always been on the list, and I finally have them. And this review should have been a sooner review because I've had these guys for a bit now, and I'm just excited to be reviewing these guys. So I hope you guys do enjoy this one. And I really hope this is a fun video. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. But we're going to get straight into this because these two guys I have been looking forward to for so long. And I really want to talk about these two. And it's going to be, it might be a longer video, but we'll see. So strap in. But I am so excited to be reviewing this 2-pack. But first of all, the box. The box is actually pretty cool. It's got that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 kind of style going on here. You got Nickelodeon at the side, you got Secret of the Ooze right there kind of in the center, a giant window, of course Tokka, the turtles right there from one of the posters, and Razhar right there. Pretty cool Razhar right there on the box. Teenage Ninja Turtles 2 logo there with a nice silhouette of both Tokka and Razhar right there. Same thing on the other side, just switching out the image with Tokka, and at the top of the box you do have another image of both characters there with the logo, and at the bottom of the box it's pretty much just blank. At the back of the box you do have a nice little images of the figure and different poses you can put these guys in, along with some other figures that you can pose your figures with. And I think it's really cool, and I'm very excited to be looking at this. And the inner kind of sleeve has this very nice looking barn background, which is pretty cool, with a nice wood flooring, so that's pretty neat. But these two figures, of course, like I said, have been a long time coming for the collection. I have been dying to get these two for so long now, and finally actually getting them was a dream come true, because these two have been absolutely phenomenal. I am so excited to actually be looking at these two, and they're just a big part of my childhood, so I've always wanted these two as figures. But we're going to start off with Tokka first, and Tokka looks incredible. I absolutely love the way this figure was made. It looks extremely accurate to the source material in the movie, and it is highly detailed, and it looks incredible. I love how the shell actually looks like a turtle shell at the front. There's so much wrinkling, there's so much detail, the scale work, the armors that he's kind of wearing there, the spikes at the shoulders look fantastic, the patterns on the skin, the shell is huge, and it is very spiky. It is insane. There is one little spike there that is kind of droopy, which is not actually accurate. I've taken a look, and so far I haven't seen that droopy spike piece on the actual costume, but it's kind of interesting choice. But look at the pattern on the skin, and look at this face sculpt. This face sculpt is absolutely horrifying looking. I love those eyes, and I love how you can see the veins and how they're like almost a reddish look. Love just the pure red eyes, the detailing of how the eyebrows are shaped. It's amazing. And opening up the mouth, it's just horrifying to look at. And it just looks like a horror character, really, because it just looks grossly disturbing and also just very horrifying looking. Like, if this wasn't like, a kid's show, these guys could be horrifying characters if they wanted to be. But taking a look at this figure, he feels heavy, and holding him hurts because of the spikes, and he's very unique. So when you're holding this guy, I recommend don't have little kids hold this dude. He does really hurt. He hurts a lot, and yeah, he definitely is not much of a kid's toy, but he can look up that far. He's got didn't look down that far. He's got two, ball joints at the neck part there, one at the base, one at his bottom of the neck. It has a little wiggle at the nose and a hinge joint at the jaw, which is really, really cool. He does have some side to side, of course. His joints on his neck is very stiff, and I really do like that. The arm can go out that far, can kind of do a full rotation, but nothing crazy going on there. I don't feel like pushing the limits of that. He does have a swivel at the bicep, and he also has a swivel at, like, I guess you would say the forearm area. So that's pretty cool. And he does have a very nice double bend at the elbow, and it bends so well, and I really do love that. He does have the swivel at the wrist, and it's a very nice little swivel there, and of course the hinge joint as well. When it comes to the chest, though, there's not much posability, but he can move from side to side like this, so it counts as posability. The shell just kind of gets in the way. The legs do spread out that far. This leg, sadly, is kind of loose, so when you do try to stand up, that leg kind of likes to, buckle in or something like that. But it's not that big of an issue. He can go out and back that far. Does have a nice single bend at the knee, which I was hoping for a double bend, but whatever. It does have a swivel at the kind of knee parts, and he's got a hinge joint at the foot. It's very tight for mine, and a pivot at the ankle. Honestly, the legs don't need to be posed that well because it is just a big costume, but he also does have another hidden feature, which is his eyebrows. You can make his eyebrows go up and down, make him look worried or happy. I think he's a great looking figure. And next up is my favorite out of the two, Razhar. He's been my favorite for so long. I absolutely adore this figure and this character. He looks amazing. I love the fur detail, and I love the skin detail when there is skin showing. I love the armor pieces that it looks like it's just tires and junk pieces all meshed together to make this character look badass. And I always loved this character. I loved him more than Tokka. I don't know why. It's just big wolf, big werewolves, that's basically what the vibe I get from him. But he does have real chain pieces on him to hold his entire chest place up. And again, the face sculpt looks fantastic. Just all that detail looks amazing. And that head sculpt looks amazing. Look at those eyes. I adore those eyes. Those eyes are horrifying, and those are werewolf eyes. Those just look incredible, and I love the entire sculpt of the face. Again, this figure looks extremely accurate, and I absolutely love it from head to toe. Just an overall amazing piece, and of course you can open the mouth too, and you can reveal some of that disgusting detail that is inside of his mouth. It's nuts. It's quite crazy to see just how much detail there is on this figure. And just like with Tokka, he does have some weight to him. He's not fully heavy like Tokka is because of that big shell, but he does have some weight to him. Honestly, these guys stand up pretty well on their own, and that's actually really good to have. They do have some weak little leg, kind of hip legs to spread, like I said with Tokka, but so far they stand up very well on their own. But he does have his own posability. He's got a ball joint at the neck that can go up that far and can go down that far. Got a little bit of side to side. He does have a hinge joint at the jaw, which likes to kind of loosely go open and close, but it does stay for the most part, so I think that's decent enough. Arm can go out to that far. It can probably do a full rotation, but I just was not feeling like I was going to risk that. But it can, swivel. Of course, with swivels, you can swivel the bicep and the forearm as well, just like with Tokka. Got a nice double bend at the elbow, which is very nice, and that just is insane that it can do that. Got a swivel at the wrist, of course, the hinge joint as well. He doesn't have a shell to hold back on posability, so you can do a nice range of posability with the waist. The chain parts, maybe keep an eye on while you're posing that part, but he does have a back and forth in the chest area, so that's nice. Get a nice crunch or split at the legs. The leg can go out that far, got a nice bend at the knee, got a swivel at the knee, got a nice hinge joint at the foot, and of course the pivot. And you can see some toe detailing as well, which I really do like. It's pretty nice, a little feetsy detail. Now, just like with any figure, you do get a ton of accessories with these two guys, and he does come with 3 variations of hands. He does have these open paw hands, which I really do like. The fur detail, the skin detail. I love the nails with the kind of black at the ends of them. I really do like that. It just looks so good. I really do love the sculpt work for these hands, but he does have those open kind of paw hands. He does have these grippy hands, which is very nice. Both used to grip different things. I think that's really cool. He also does have a pair of super grippy hands, which that means the grip is just a little bit more tighter. And I think it looks great. Not only does Razhar have that kind of selection, Tokka does as well. He does have his own kind of relaxed hands, which is pretty cool. I love the sculpting work on these. I love how wet they look because he's like turtleish. I like the overall glossy look of his hands, and I think it looks great. But he does have the open palm hands. Again, great sculpting with all these nails and these skin textures and all that. He does have the pair of grippy hands, which is very cool looking. And of course, he does have a pair of tightly grippy hands, which is really cool and definitely can grip some things a little bit tighter. But again, that sculpting detail and the nails look gnarly and they just look so good together. I just think it's amazing. And of course, he does have his own accessories. He does have the fire extinguisher, which is really cool. I love the sculpt work on it. It does have a little bit of a label. It doesn't really say anything, but it looks really cool. And, it is a part of the movie and basically how they kind of defeat them in the first place. So really cool that they included this with the figure. There's a lot of good, accessories with this figure, and I think it's awesome. It does have this steel pipe, which is pretty cool. I really do like that. All I can just think of is Razhar beating Tokka's head with it. I don't know. It's one of the scenes in the movie. There is a nice kind of wood piece here, which I believe this might have been from like the telephone pole scene. That's what I kind of assume this part is, unless it's just a big log piece. But I don't know. I just kind of assumed it was telephone pole related. But it does look cool. Really do like the sculpt work and the woodwork as well, with the dry brushing details. I think it's really cool. This one's exclusively to Razhar, and it is the shield. And I really do like the shield, how it just looks like they just grabbed something from the scrapyard and put some string around it and just let them have it. It looks really cool, and I really do like the sculpt work, and it feels very flimsy plastic, but just be careful with it. Of course, you do get a TGRI vial, which is very cool. The canister looks nice. Considering there's supposed to be one in the movie, you do get a lot with this line, and this is like my 4th one so far. It does have this box of donuts, which I really do like. I love how they included this box of donuts, and I love the packaging. Packaging looks very nice. The box is very nicely sturdy, and of course you can open it up too, because you also do get an included pile of donuts here, which is very nice. They look like little powdered donuts. I really do like that. The sculpting detail on these is fantastic, and it looks adorable. I really do like it. And of course, you can fit those donuts inside the box, and that just makes it even more better. I love that. Super, super cool. But there is one donut missing, and that is supposed to be this one. This donut is supposed to have the medicine inside of it. So you can see that he squished the donut in his hand, and it revealed the kind of medicine thing that is inside of it, which is just like this little green pill thing. Looks really cool. Very, very nice little accessory, and I really do like it. But all in all, this 2-pack has been a huge surprise, and it's a long time coming. These guys are fantastic, and I adore this line of figures, and they just look so good, and I'm very happy to own them. And meeting Frank Walker, who voiced the creatures in the movie, was insane, and it was only after I learned that he did that. But just these 2 figures are fantastic. I love the way these 2 look. It's great to see these guys represented so well, because these two, again, are childhood like characters. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and I rewatched that thing over and over, and these two characters were my favorite for so long, and it's just so nice to see them represented well by Neca, and they're gonna look great with my Turtles line. But that is pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna safely say these guys are a 5 out of 5. Beautifully done figures. They are magnificent. We're getting a lot of 5 out of 5s lately, so you know I need to keep track of what's 5 out of 5 and stuff, because you know we gotta do our top figure of the year, and I need to get on the ball with that, because I need to make sure I have everything ready for that. But really cool figures, amazing looking figures. I am so happy that I own these figures. I have been looking for these figures for so long. I did pay a decent amount for them, and you know, I would say maybe 150 would be the best price. I think I paid a little bit more, not in the 200 range, which was actually really nice to find, but it was pretty cool to own these guys, and to find them and finally get them in hand was such a nice experience, especially for how long I have been looking for these guys. Yeah, it's insane. But let me know what you guys think of these two figures down in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions about them, and what other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures that you guys do like, and what's your favorite out of the trilogy, or just what's your favorite Teenage Ninja Turtles media in general. So far, the 3 movies are just my childhood right there. I never grew up with the cartoons, but the only cartoon that I really watched was the animated cartoon movie, which was kind of cool. I really did like that. But I never watched any of the originals. I was pretty much just the movie guy. I watched all 3 movies, especially the second one, over and over again. And yeah, I do not regret it. So I'm very happy to own these two, and it's so cool. But that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Hopefully the vlog for Friday is not going to be boring, because I'm going to be filming that kind of straight after I do the editing for this video. So I hope you guys do enjoy this, and I hope you enjoy the vlog, because I don't have too many ideas for what I'm going to do with the vlog, but we do have Fan Expo coming up, and also I have a little bit of Monday Night Raw that I might be filming, because I am going to my first ever Monday Night Raw, which is really, really cool, and I'm just excited all the way. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope you enjoy the kind of boring vlog that you'll have, but next week you'll have a good review, and probably a decent vlog, since I'll have some footage of Fan Expo. But thank you guys so much for watching. I adore every single one of you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you don't, that is totally fine. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review and the reviews to come. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.